Haven't been there. I don't know when the last time. I don't know if we played there in 2000 or 99. I can't remember where we played them. I know in 98. In 98. Was it 98 or 99? We played them there. Because I just remember we won. We were down like 13 points with like a minute 40 or something, and we won. We hit Sean Alexander on a wheel route out the back door, and then because the game was over. I mean, it was like over, and we hit Sean Alexander, and then we hit Quincy Jackson on a little sprint wheel. We hit Quincy Jackson on a tip ball in the end zone. It was wide out for me, and I was a receiver coach. And then we onside kick. And Jason McCadley, another wideout, comes up with the onside kick. We hit Sean Alexander for the touchdown. Onside kick, Jason McCadley got it. Then we hit Quincy Jackson, tip ball, touchdown to win the game. It was crazy. That was one of the craziest games I've ever been a part of. So a lot of battles. I don't think they do it anymore. But back when I was playing, you'd come right out of the tunnel, and they'd have the Tiger right there, like you're getting your gloves on, you're getting ready to go out for pregame, and it'd be like, and there he was. Was it Mike? That's his name. They had the Tiger. I mean, like in a cage right at the entrance. So got a lot of cool memories from LSU. It's one of the cool places, I think, in college football to experience a game, just like this place here. So, but as far as a rival, everybody that played the Tide was a rival.
Dabo, both Cade Klubnik and Garrett Nussmeier, guys who have been in college for a long time, staying with one program. How much do you think that's helped them, and how much easier is that for you as a program going into a new season every year?
It's great. I love, it's very well documented. We love to develop our players, and it's hard to develop them if they're not here. So I think it's just there's a lot. It's like anything else. When you stick with something for a while, you get better. The continuity with the people around him. He's been playing with these guys for a while. I think it's great. I think we got a kid very similar behind Cade in Vizina. This is a kid that could have gone, a lot of places. But he chose to come here, and we really recruited him that way. We're going to redshirt you. I'm not going to sign a quarterback. You're going to be my 24. I think it was 24, whatever. You're going to be my 24 signee. I'm not going to go and get a young guy. I think I it might have been when I brought Paul Tyson in or Hunter. I can't remember whoever I brought in that year. But you're going to be my 23 and 24 signee. He was 17 years old, and we kind of laid the path out. And hey, if you beat Cade out, you beat him out. But if he's what I think he is, hey, we'll put some separation between you. It's going to be a great opportunity for you to really develop. Like, you ought to be in this for the long term, not for just what's your freshman year. And CV really bought into that, and so he's put himself in a real good position. Y'all don't get to see him a lot, but that kid really has grown and really developed, and I think he's got a good future as well. But which is similar to Nussmeier, right? I'm not saying he's Nussmeier. I'm just saying a similar chosen path. He was behind a great player in Jaden Daniels, and kind of was developing. And then when his opportunity came, he's been amazing with it. So hopefully that will be a path for CV. But that's all to be determined. But as far as there's some similarities as far as the path chosen.
When we've been able to kind of watch a little bit of practice, I've been noticed Tom Allin coaching his coaches as well as the players. Now that you've had a fall camp with him, have you learned anything new about him, or has something impressed you now that you're getting to go into a game? What stands out about him and his preparation?
I guess I'd say, everything's kind of new because I just never worked for him. But I would think probably the biggest thing is he's the same guy every day. He's just the same guy every day. He really, he brings it every day. He shows up every day. He's very detailed. He's very organized. There were some things when I hired him that I really hoped that I kind of, in all my research and all my due diligence, this is kind of what everything was pointing toward. But again, until you experience it, and so it's been good to see just how he's managed the room. He's very organized, and he's just done a great job leading. Which is really was my main thing was, especially with the staff that we have. We got, as I've said many times, we got a bunch of strong alpha dudes in there, and I needed a guy that could really run that room with the intensity and accountability that I wanted, and he's just done a great job of that. So I've seen that every day, and again, he's been the same guy every day. I said last night on the radio show, it's been a great honeymoon. Hopefully it continues. So we'll see.
Is there another level Avion Terrell can hit this year?
Shoot, absolutely. I mean, he's got a whole way another levels to his game. From just consistency in performance and tackling and technique, fundamentals, his hands, finishing on a few more balls, recognition. I mean, he's developing. He's a developing player, but he's far from, his ceiling.
Punting has got a lot of the special teams focus as far as the questions, but what about field goal protection, and what makes you confident that's shored up this year?
Well, we worked really hard on it, and I like the guys that we put on the team personnel-wise. I think our personnel is better, we've got our battery back, so that's been very efficient. But we've got good length on the edges, and Matt takes ownership. That's his thing right there, and he's taking a lot of ownership on that field goal team. So just believe in him and all the rest of the coaches, everybody that works on it. But they've demonstrated it in practice, so hopefully that'll be a strength for us.
You talk so often, Coach, about how limited number of game days there are for a college football team. If everything goes perfect, you guys get 16 opportunities. When you work all year for something, how do you feel the energy start to shift in the building on one of those rare game weeks?
Oh, it's like I said, you wake up. I mean, like Sunday morning, you wake up and you're just like, wow, let's go. It's game week. It's just a different. I mean, we're not normal people. I mean, like none of us are normal. We're like really abnormal people. No normal people signs up to do this for a living. You got to be a little not normal to work all year for 12 days. I mean, again, especially in this sport, it's such a unique sport that way. It's so different from really every other sport. I mean, I don't really know another sport like it. It's baseball, basketball, soccer, track, tennis. I mean, you name it. Like, you play so much, you practice so much in football, you meet so much, you train so much, you condition so much, you play so little. It's such a unique game, and there's this enormous in America college football. There's just this enormous amount of interest and passion, and sometimes healthy, sometimes very unhealthy. But that you're gonna just you get a result, and it's just so much that comes with that result. Unwarranted praise, unwarranted criticism, whatever. It's all the same, but it's what makes it fun, right? And and yet we all sign up for that. There's so much that goes into it, but man, I love it. I mean, I would rather know that feeling than not. But again, it just never gets old. It doesn't matter if I'm third grade playing on the flag football team back in the day, or man, a Friday night light, or playing days in Tuscaloosa. Like it's game week, and you just love it. I love the structure of it. I love putting it together. I love practice. To me, honestly, I think that's how you create consistency. That's what you have to love. Game day is great, but it's really all the other stuff is what you have to love, and I do. But when it finally gets to one of these days, one of those 12 days that we know we get, and you get what you earn after that, it's just like, let's freaking go. And then you look up and you go, oh man, we're playing LSU on national TV, at home for the first time this decade. It's awesome. It's a lot of juice, man. I mean, you just feel it. It's a bunch of juice.
You mentioned you brought the guys under the lights because it's the first home opener in what feels like a decade. Do you feel extra juice for that as opposed to some of these road or neutral site openers?
I mean, first games I think are always there's just so much excitement, to go play. I mean, there just is. I mean, these guys, they're kids. We forget that. These are young people. They're just young people. I mean, I know, when you don't really know people and you see them in a certain persona, these are just truly young people that are very passionate about what they do. And now they get a chance to go do it. It's just, there's always excitement. It don't matter who you play or where you play. It really is. But anytime you get a chance to have one of these 7 days here at home, and oh, by the way, it's the opener. I mean, yeah, there's some serious juice to that. It's a lot of fun.
What's been your assessment of Will?
He's a great player. He's bought in. He's really been a great fit for us. He's about his business. I mean, if this is what's required, he's always up here. Just who he is every day. Really, really talented player. And again, the kids love him. He's been a great fit for us.
Coach, Harold Perkins missed most of last season with the ACL, but special.
Seven?
Yeah, 7.
Baller.
Defense. Special player. They like to use him a lot of different ways, or at least before the injury. How much of a problem is he?
A baller. He's a problem. He's a big problem. They moved him obviously he was playing end initially, and so I think that'll be a question for us early. Where is he? How do they use him in the run game, in the rush game? How do they use him, and where is he? Like those are that he but I promise you this: we won't have to look hard to find him. We know he'll be involved. So he's an elite player. He is a great football player.
Will these be one of the back here, Dabo? Will these be one of the best set linebackers? I know you're gonna see great ones all year,
Yep.
but those 3 guys combined.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, theirs and ours. I think you're gonna have great linebackers on the field. It's two really good groups of backers, both teams. But I mean, they got experience. We got experience. I think we've really developed a nice little core in our room, and but yeah, I mean, getting 7 back for them is a big shot in the arm, and how again, I mean, led them in sacks the year before, so he's productive, and I'm sure he'll be very confident getting back out there and ready to go.
Do you have it in mind who's going to run out there first at Hunter? Has anybody separated themselves, or is it going to be I'm going to watch pregame warm-ups?
Maybe. Might watch pregame warm-ups. It might be kind of down to that. But again, as I've said, we're we've got a competition, and I think we're as far as we can go into the competition without going to the games, because they've all been really good, and they've all been just okay, and. It's again not a situation like we had a couple of years ago when we were breaking in a new kicker, and we just didn't have many answers, and that was when we went and got Whitesy. I think we got the answers are here, but we're at a point where sometimes you just got to go play. I mean, you see that at quarterback. It's the same thing. I mean, there's been a lot of times we've had quarterbacks, and you can only get so far. When you got really good, we got that at a couple positions, honestly, not just punter. We've got a couple positions on our team where, I mean, your guys are going to play. I mean, it's kind of 50-50. So, all right, well, somebody's got to run out there first, but then we got to let them play, and then we go from there. Now we get some game tape, and you start, truly getting some game evaluation, and then maybe they both play well. Maybe you see a little separation. And that's what you want. You want competition, and we've got good competition, and but we need it to turn into good production, and that's the expectation. But I think all 3 guys could do the job, and do it well. But we're just at that point where, like, nobody has really truly separated, and it's not because they all stink. It's not. It's because they've all done well, and we, I mean, it's punting. I mean, it ain't like we're hitting them in practice, and you can't simulate what they're gonna see Saturday night. So we gotta get to the games, and then we'll go from there.
Safety and maybe even nickel, another spot.
Sure.
Where guys got to go separate the games.
Yep. We got depth at safety. We got depth at nickel. We got depth at corner. We got depth in that offensive line. I think we have depth at running back. We've got depth at receiver. So, but we need to go play. And man, does somebody shine a little bit more when the lights are on, and does some shy away? I don't know.
Speaking of wide receiver depth, what have you seen from Tyler Brown that's leading you to believe that he's ready for a comeback season?
Oh man, he's just seen practice every day. I mean, he's just been awesome. I mean, just flying around, playing fast. He's healthy. He's made plays all camp, and it's good to see. He wasn't healthy last year. We all saw him make some great plays as a freshman. So just seen it every day, just daily consistency in practice. That's what I've seen. And so I'm really excited about, his season. He stays healthy, he'll do his part.
Coach, in the statement released today by Ian, he mentioned using his situation as a learning experience. What have you told him and the team as far as moving forward and using this situation as a learning experience?
Just that. I mean, you grow from it. It'll be a learning experience. So I think we all have a choice. I mean, we've all made bad decisions in our lives, but you have a choice on how you apply that. Do you learn from it? Do you grow from it? So I don't have any doubt that he'll do just that. But certainly, there's consequences for our actions, and so I hate it for him. But he put himself in the situation, and he'll have a consequence for it. And he has. I mean, he's every single day since that day he's had a consequence. But he'll miss some time too, and then we'll move on from it.
He said in the statement that he's out for the LSU game. Will he be back for Troy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I think you said after the Georgia game last year that Georgia expected to win, and your guys played like they were hoping to win. What's your read on where your team was mentally then compared to where you think it is in that area now?
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing, when I watched the tape last year in our opener, we played tough, we played physical, and we were in shape. And those were three things that jumped. I know the score didn't indicate, but it's 6-0 at half, and we had the first big play of the game and we screwed it up. And we had another play we screwed up, right? And so we cost ourselves, and it's hard to make critical errors like that. But it's 6-0, and then all of a sudden you come out in third quarter and they run a short motion switch versus basic football, and we just turn a guy wide open. And then they have a screen and we have a tackle. And we just break the tackle. It's 50. The next thing you know, it's 13-0. Bam, bam, and you're like, whoa! And you're against a good team. And I didn't think we responded well in the third quarter, but I liked how we finished the game. And I thought there was good momentum. Again, it ain't always about the scoreboard when this is what you do for a living. You always talk about how you play, and the things that were on tape were encouraging. They were more encouraging than discouraging as far as how you have to play, and we built on it, and we got better. But I felt like for sure, it was a situation, especially in the third quarter, they just, we made the critical errors and they didn't, and I think sometimes that's just a reflection of kind of maybe where your maturity is. And, this is just, I think, a more experienced team. You had some inexperience, and, obviously Cade, a lot on him last year coming into this game, a lot of it warranted. He had kind of earned some of that, and, but he got better. And I thought he finished the game well. and he did some good things. We didn't do a great job of helping him in some areas. And it's a complementary game. You know, you don't usually win games like that without playing some complementary football. And we didn't do a good job of that. So it's a new team, new opportunity. But I mean, as far as the difference, I think this is a more experienced group for sure than where we were last year. But hey, it's a big time game. I mean, you know, everybody makes a big deal about losing. I mean, listen, you play good people, man. Like, you play in games like this I mean, that game last year, both teams ended up in the playoff. You know, I mean, Ohio State played Oregon, right, and got beat early, won the national championship. Like, you know, you play games like this, you can get beat, but we don't shy away from that. Like, we don't fear losing a ball game. We don't fear that. I don't think you should ever fear that. Go play the game. I'm more excited about a chance to win. That's what I'm excited about. And you know, so let's spot the ball and go see what happens.
The struggles you had with block kicks last season, you shored up the protection later in the season, but is it things like that, mental errors with no preseason going into a big opener like this that keep you up at night?
Yeah, I mean, again, y'all, I'm a broken record up here. I've probably said it every single year that I've been a head coach. We're the only level of football that has 0 preseason games. You know, there's a reason why, and you got billions of dollars and millions of dollars at stake. There's a reason why they play all them preseason games in the NFL, because they need to evaluate. You can only get so much done in practice, you know, and so there's a reason why they do that, because there's a lot of decisions that have to be made, and it's hard to. We get 2 scrimmages. That's all you get in college football. You get 2 scrimmages. That's it. And so you're going against your same people, and you're not going to hit your quarterback, and you know, you got to rep a lot of guys, and there's a lot of familiarity and things like that. So I just think the first game to me is always a challenge, regardless of if you're in a matchup like this or you're playing, you know, East Aboga Community College. It don't matter. I mean, there's just so much you don't know. I mean, you know, they got a ton of new people that we don't know much about. You know, you have no video. Like, you can look at last year, but there's been a lot of time between last year and now as far as for coaches and things like that to plan and prepare. And so there's always unknowns. And until you get 3 or 4 games into a season, you don't really truly know what a team's identity is. You just don't. Again, if you had 3 or 4 preseason games, you could kind of have a little bit more of a feel for, I think, your identity. You know, as a coach, you think you have a good, you know, feel coming out of camp, but sometimes it takes a few games to really, you know, let everything settle in a little bit.
Actually, Brian Clemens was asked about this yesterday, and he cited injury risk. That other teams you scrimmage against, they might have bad intentions and put a player in a bad position. Do you fear that if you play preseason games or scrimmages?
No, I don't.
Every year you have the word. What is the word for this year?
One. That's kind of been my word. Y'all have probably seen the shirts. One. You're just, you know, just trying to create a mentality. I mean, first of all, it's an audience of one. I mean, like, really, that's really what matters. You know, just an audience of one. You know, just how I do my job. You know, and hopefully in a way that pleases God. That's number one. So, and then it's just for us, from a football standpoint, we got to be one. You know, we're stronger together. We got to be one. Like, as I said, there were so many times last year we just didn't compliment each other. You know, I mean, we just truly need to be one. You know, and that's biblical, right? A triple braided cord is not easily broken, right? And so we just need all 3 phases of our team to be one group. And then I think it's a message from a mentality standpoint of, because I think sometimes you can, you know, especially with young people, you can get so overwhelmed, and, you know, we don't have to win the 10. Let's just win the 1, right? Like, we can't win the last one. That's over. And you know, We don't know about next. Like, let's just win the one. And how do we do that? It's a mindset of just this one meeting, this one meal, this one night's sleep, this one decision, this one practice, this one play, this one quarter, this one half, this one game, this one week, like that mentality. And then you look up and you go, whoa, man, it's game 11, as opposed to, going and winning all 12. We're not going to win all 12 games in 1 week. We just need to focus on, like, we get one opener, let's win the one. We get one Tuesday practice, let's just win the one. Hey, they hit a big play on you. Well, let's win this play, this one right here. Like, giving every play, every moment, the attention and detail that moment deserves. That's how you win the one. And so just a mindset, I think, more than anything. And, that's really what it's about. And just try to just win the one. And who knows, maybe in the end you'll be the one. Maybe you'll be the one in your family that creates the change that you want to see in your family. Maybe you'll be the one in your field of whatever that you've chosen to do. But instead of focusing on that, let's just focus on winning the one. The one moment that we're in, this one press conference. Again, the one Tuesday, the one meeting, the one whatever, the one meal, you name it, the one treatment, just whatever it is we're doing, like, let's just have that mindset. And I think that just simplifies things and helps you have, instead of being overwhelmed, you can be overjoyed in what you're doing. And that's really what I want for our team, man. I want them to really enjoy their time. Man, life is so short. Life is a very precious thing. And I get emails all the time. People call me all the time. People write me letters all the time of just some unbelievably tragic situations. And I think sometimes we lose our perspective. I want these guys to really be overjoyed in the opportunity that they have and not be overwhelmed because they're so burdened by what may never come. And so just a mindset, again, an audience of one, be one, and let's win the one. That's all we need to focus on. Bad stuff's going to happen. All right? So that last one wasn't good. Let's win this one, and that's just the mentality. And, okay, hey, that last one was great. Well, let's win this one. And you start stacking those moments, and I think, again, that's how you have joy in your journey.
3-7 in your last